Why is the answer of a negative number multiplied by a negative number a positive number? Now, there are various examples and visualizations that people have used to try and illustrate negative numbers and positive numbers being multiplied. We believe that one of the best examples to try and understand negative numbers would be to look at the concept of debt as something that you owe or something that is removed from what you have. That's a negative number. And in order to illustrate this, let's say you have 5 marbles and you owe 7 marbles. What we'll do is we'll say the 5 that you have is a plus and whatever you owe is a minus. And it's clear to see, if you have 5 marbles but you owe 7 marbles to your friend, you would still owe 2 marbles after you've paid what you have. And since you still owe, we call it a minus. Now remember, this is very important, that when you work with a negative number or a minus number, it's something that you don't have, or it's something that you owe, or it is something that is being taken away from you. Very important, because say for instance, you had 7, but you owe 5. That 5 is being taken away from you. That's why we make it a minus. And then you would still have 2 left, but the fact of the matter is 5 have been taken away from you. Remember that it's very important for the answer of that question that you understand a negative number can also be illustrated not only as something that you owe, but also something that is being taken away from you. Now, in order to answer that, let's assume the following. You have asked your parents to buy a skateboard for you, and you need to pay them $10 per month in a repayment arrangement on that skateboard. So they have bought it, and then you pay them back $10 a month, which they will just deduct from your salary. So they remove it from your salary. That's why it's a minus. Now, over a period, say, of 12 months, a year, you would have then paid them a total of $120. But now that $120 has been taken away from the money that was due to you in the beginning. So that's why we say after 12 months, you have paid a total of $120 towards your debt, or it was taken away from your pocket money. And this is a good example of a negative number times by a positive number, because the period, the 12 months, carries on. It just proceeds month after month after month. So it's a positive times by a negative will give you then a negative number. However, let's picture the following scenario. As your birthday gift, your parents decide that they will now pay your debt for a period of 6 months. So you still owe the $10 per month, but your parents take away that period of 6 months from you. They pay it on your behalf. So they are actually taking that period away from you. How much money have you now gained in the process? Well, it's obvious that you have gained $60 because they have taken your debt over. And this is an example of a negative times by a negative being a positive. So I hope this makes sense. The whole idea of a minus times by a minus being a positive is actually more of an abstract mathematical rule that was put in place to make sense of the numbers. However, this is a good visualization of why a negative times by a negative would be a positive.